There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. CoinFlip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, Hodl is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. Hodl is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the Hodl app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let Hodl do the rest. It's easy and fast. Hodl provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option and boost your Roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The Autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. Hodl holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. Hodl makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options. Download the Hodl app today and get started now.
All right, we're live. Hey, how goes it? What's up, buddy? It's been a while.
It's been way too long, bro. And I just want to let people know that are watching this right now. If they do a retweet and drop a comment, they're entered to win some Bitcoin automatically every day. One random person who does a retweet and a comment on the hashtag Not Another Bitcoin podcast, they actually win Bitcoin. So, if you have some followers that need to get some Bitcoin in their hands so they could go get some swag from you, tell them to go ahead and retweet and comment. But how you been, bro?
Good, dude. Just trying to survive 2020 by fishing most of the days. Actually,
You
I went
fishing?
lobster fishing off the pier in San Diego a lot, man. Trying to keep my sanity, trying to chase these bugs.
Like legit lobster? I've never went lobster
Yeah,
fishing. I went crabbing.
I mean, we caught some crabs yesterday, but we had to throw them back. Literally, the two big hoop nets. Just throw them off the pier. Just wait. It's
You got
fun.
lobster?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Every time
Bougie.
so far. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's a $40 meal right there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's peaceful, man. Sometimes like I've been playing a lot of coin poker lately.
What do you mean?
Uh, there's a website. There's a coin called Coin Poker,
Oh yeah, I think I've heard
and
about it. Is that a Tron coin?
no, it's its own thing. It's a
Oh.
ERC20 token, I believe, that they play in USTD. So like I've been playing real poker. My buddy got to the final table yesterday, and I didn't, and I got real heated. So I was like, let's go do some fishing.
Well, are they using blockchain for like the game mechanics? Or is it just
I'm
using
not.
cryptocurrency in
I
between?
it. All I know is that I get to play poker.
Right. Well, what I would want to do if I was using anything crypto related in poker is like, well, I want to be able to audit the blockchain or audit the contract or audit something that proves that these cards were dealt fairly and I fairly
Uh,
lost. So that's why I was asking. I wonder if they use blockchain for the game mechanics because then you could verify the fact that you did lose to a random, card dealing rather than a centralized game that could, force whatever card they want into your hand.
I never thought about that, and I will have to look more into that before I continue because honestly, like it's been such easy pickings over there. It's a lot of crypto people who don't really know how to play poker,
I get that.
and
Yep.
I grew up like I put myself through college playing poker, so
This is like the
it's
early
just
days of trading. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of traders, but they don't know shit about crypto. It's like there's a bunch of crypto
yeah.
people, but they don't know shit about poker.
So I'm just sitting there collecting money, just like chilling, smoking bowls, waiting. Like, okay, this is a great opportunity, like it's a fun sight,
It's one
man.
way to
But
stack sats, bro. I'll give you that much. I mean, it's
I took down a full ether 2 nights ago.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, it wasn't bad. And you withdraw they make the withdrawal process a little confusing, but it worked. I got it on my tether.
Okay. I wonder because there's like I mean back in the day there was problems. I don't know if it's so relevant anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But like I used Coinbase and there was some betting site or something like that. I can't remember the name. It was like sportsbetting.io or something weird like that, right? And I remember cashing out one of my earnings from a very well placed bet. And
Mhm.
Coinbase yelled at me and was like, "Do it again! I dare you! I'll shut your shit down." I was like, "All right, Coinbase, you got it. I won't do it again." So just a heads up, maybe
Yeah.
always send it to a custodial wallet and don't use non-custodial like exchanges because I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat can correct me, but like if you did cash out to Coinbase, they may have a problem with that, and then you could lose your fucking money.
Right. And so I was actually having that discussion with my girl the other day, trying to figure out like, I haven't used Coinbase in so long. I haven't cashed down any crypto in so long where I was like, should I do that with this? And I thought, you know what, I have my MCO debit Visa card. I'll just transfer the funds over to there and I can use that wherever I want.
Let me
Just,
know if an issue
you know,
ever pops up with the my crypto card because that would be interesting. I don't know
it
if
never has, dude.
okay.
I've had my Ruby card for over a year now. I've used it different places. I
Oh
used it
wow,
in
you got the
France
Ruby
in February.
respect.
Yeah, dude. I was on MCO when it was like, I mean, brand new. So I was able to get a lot of coins for real cheap.
Where are they at right now?
But
Not to like pump MCO or whatever, but mycrypto.com has been,
it shows.
or it's not even it's just called crypto.com now, isn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah, dude. It's weird how they keep changing it. Every time I look online into my wallet, they're like different names and someone's changed some company. Like I just found a coin that was called Lend, and I didn't even know I had it, and it was like $700 worth of coins somewhere. And then the next day they're like, oh, we're changing to Aave now. And the coin dropped in value significantly. I'm like, what the fuck? MCO's at 330 right now.
I think I'm having a lag on the live stream. It's hard to tell. I'm sorry if there is, guys. The internet has been very unreliable the past couple days, so I do apologize if the live stream has a lag. I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure we're lagging out, bro.
Okay, well,
Yeah, give me one
not
second
really
to
sure
see
what's
what I
going
can
on.
do. Yeah, yeah. Check out Twitter for me. Let me know how it looks. I'm gonna pop open YouTube because I know we're streaming on multiple platforms right now, but
Okay, all right.
I'm getting issues.
When it was like, I mean,
Yeah, it just looks like the audio is working, but no video. It's just really odd. All right.
hmm,
I don't know what to do in this situation. I guess I could kill the video and see if it helps with the bandwidth. All right, there we go. I guess let's filibuster for about a minute. Maybe introduce yourself, let people know maybe how you got into crypto and
yeah.
what you do now, to keep yourself busy.
Well, what's up, everybody? My name's Jason. I used to, back in the day, go by Jay Sweeps. In 2017, I started Coin Stories, which was a YouTube uh, channel focused entirely on cryptocurrency, but it has since evolved into the Hustle House, where we not only do crypto, but we've had so much time because of 2017 on our hands that I've started to get into sneakers and streetwear culture and stuff like that. So I've built a website where I sell just sneakers and jerseys and all kinds of dope stuff and my own shirts that I've been designing. So that's what
Swag.
2020 has been all about, just creating my own art, man, honestly. And now I'm trying to figure out how to get it into the hands of people who might value it.
Yeah, tokenizing art. It's been interesting talking to people that just want to make art and utilize the tech and try to watch them figure it out. It's I don't know because it almost feels like it's a whole new world. But NFTs and tokenized art has been around for a long time now. It's just
There,
I guess becoming popular. So it's just interesting to kind of see the FOMO, I guess.
yeah, the possibilities are just like obvious all of a sudden, and it's like NFTs, obviously, like you said, they've been out for a while, but I never understood what the utility was, what the purpose was. I remember hearing like on Shark Tank, like Kevin O'Leary talking about like someday we're going to use NFTs to sell apartment buildings and people will be partial owners and da da da. And then once I heard like, someone big and famous like that talking about it, I kind of pushed it to the back of my mind, like, oh, that's not a trend I want to be on, I guess. And kind of forgot about it. And all of a sudden I'm seeing Rarible pop up and all these other NFT programs, dude. And then after watching you and BitBoy talk about NFTs and essentially like an NFT isn't valuable until it has a utility. And you kind of just said that and it blew my mind, bro, because that was the most obvious thing anyone could have said that hadn't been said yet.
I am kind of Captain Obvious.
Right? Where you're like, wait, that is so brilliant, but it's totally just a normal thought. It just, no one connected it properly yet.
Yeah, and it's not hard to give utility to something. You could do it yourself. You don't have to have a smart contract or, it be a DAO or something like that. It could just
Yeah.
be completely dependent on you. I mean, that's, I spoke at a conference before about loyalty points and rewards points and like those kinds of customer programs, and basically trying to explain to them that the tokenized perspective of what they've been doing centrally. Like I could earn a bunch of these like Walmart points or whatever, right? But then I move to a place where Kmart's closer, and now I switch up my
Right.
shopping habits. How do I transfer these loyalty points to somebody that's a loyal customer of Walmart now, and I'm not? So trying to tell them how like to gamify it and use it. It doesn't have to be, uh, you know. Something so complex. It could just be like me myself saying, hey, if you buy this NFT from my wax store and you burn that NFT, you send me proof of burn, I'll send you a T-shirt. And now I have to go through like the
Uh,
process of just going to the store, making the payment, but filling out the address, shipping info for the person who just burnt the NFT, which would be pretty cool. So it's like it's manual, right? If I were to get hit by a bus, well, there goes my, utility to my NFT, but the collectible
Got
will
it.
still be there. It's just now the use case may have perished with myself, which I don't think is terrible. It's not supposed to be Bitcoin, right? It's not
Right.
supposed to be something that can survive my inevitable fates. Some things go with people when they leave this mortal coil world, and I think the
Dude.
utility that we provide to these things inevitably have to go with us. So why not have some manual oversight in the time being?
Absolutely. And it gives it more timely value. Dude, what you just said gave me chills because that was the missing understanding that I've been looking for. I tried to make an NFT just as an experiment on a pair of Jordan 1s, where basically it was a Jordan 1 picture, like a little GIF I put together. And when someone purchased that coin, that NFT, they'd get a redemption code to my website, which would allow them to order the shoes. But what I did not understand was that it had to be burnt at a certain point. I had left it open, which made me think like, oh shit, I gotta supply multiple shoes if multiple people redeem this. And what's to stop them from redeeming it multiple times over and over again?
Well, then you would have your own personal ledger that would say, "Hey, my NFT mint number 5 was already redeemed. So mint number
Got it.
5, it should be burned. You can go and make sure on the blockchain that this collectible no longer is there. Right? Mint number 5 has been burned. So
Mm,
then you can go ahead and do that manual process of sending somebody the item that NFT was backed by after they burnt it, and you don't have to worry about like a double spend or a double redeem because that mint number shouldn't exist. And even if it somehow does exist on your own ledger, you would see that you've already redeemed mint number X, Y, or Z.
fascinating.
Right. And I think, there's really cool ways to do this as well with, like you mentioned with multiples, right? Or you could do it with the
Right.
singles, right? So you could have just one, maybe you only have one pair of Yeezys that you could tokenize, but you have two pair of Jordans, right? And they're the same. You could make the same NFT twice, right? Mint number 1, mint number 2, or you could keep
Sure.
each and every item its own mint number 1. So you never have to make a batch. Even if you have two of the same pair, that each pair is just a correlated to its own unique mint number 1.
That seems like the easiest way to not make a mistake for me. Because like the idea
Well, the fact that it
was to
should be burned before you even mail something out completely limits the, uh, bad actor use case of it. The only problem you would have is maybe somebody trying to make a counterfeit, like coming into a
sure.
pizza store with like a fake coupon, and then you look at it and
Yeah.
you're like, wait, this isn't even the same paper we print our shit on.
In this world there's thirsty people who will try.
Yeah, yeah, no, there are, that'll happen. People will try to confuse or maybe make their own, and somebody gets scammed. Like somebody could send me a link to buy one of your shoes, and it could be to their own store, not your store. It's just a clone, and
Oh,
then I buy one of the NFTs. I try to redeem it from you. You say, hey man, you got a counterfeit NFT, and now I'm mad at you. Now you have a disgruntled customer, all because of like
mm,
a bad experience with the technology or the market itself. So like a lot of the authenticity and verifiable assets are going to be, I think, a big gamified aspect, right? Where people want to do a lot of this, and unfortunately, people will be dumb. They'll get scammed, and then they'll take it out on people like you who are supposed to
right.
back it.
That's damn, man. I mean, I'm really glad we're talking about this because in the 5 minutes we've been talking, you've already given me so many ideas. Like the idea that the coin can be burned is fantastic, but also the realization that there's definitely going to be people who try to counteract that and scam that concept right away. Because right off the bat, when BitBoy was selling his rareables, I saw him posting that there was someone doing selling fakes right off the bat,
Yeah, I
and
tried to
that
warn
was
them.
that was within, it seemed like, minutes almost.
Yeah, the incentive was there. It's the scarcity was pretty high. So there wasn't a lot of NFTs available for the people that would really want to start collecting them. There was
Hmm.
maybe 10 and 20 or 40 NFTs, and dude got like 3 million, 4 million fucking followers. So the have-nots outweighed the haves drastically to where the incentive was there for people to just like, I used the Gucci bag or whatever, Prada
Hmm.
purse, where they only sell X amount a year, and some people can't get one even if they really wanted one and could afford it, so they have no choice but to kind of go to the knockoffs. Or people get a knockoff not realizing it was a knockoff, and actually the positive side of this is they'll eventually want the real deal. They're going to want at least one real one if they got a couple of knockoffs, right? So I think there's a lot of positives and negatives that are going to come out of this, but that's anywhere, anything. You can go to you can go to the Gucci store, or you could go to like a back alley in New York City. It's totally up to you.
I just covered a story on my YouTube channel about this guy named Warren Lotus, who essentially makes knockoff Nike Dunks, and all he does is on the swoosh part he puts a little Jason mask. And Nike just sued the shit out of him because he's just been doing it to their absolute grail sneakers, So to your point, like there's people who will do it even to the biggest guy, and it doesn't matter, man. That's flattery in a sense as
well. Exactly, right? Mockery is a form of flattery or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know how it goes. Stream looks good now, right, everybody? Just making sure it looks good on my end. I killed the video for a little bit, so it was just audio for a little while to help with the bandwidth. But it seemed like it helped.
Cool.
So, yeah, man. What blockchain did you decide to start using when you did this? Your experiment, was it Wax or was it Ethereum?
I was using the Rarible, so the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an expensive experiment, bro, with like the cost of gas and shit, just to make it, and then you burned it. And
I honestly, as long as I've been in crypto, I've never used MetaMask and I've never used Ethereum. I never have.
I love that NFTs are doing this, man. It's making the crypto people more crypto.
Like since 2016, I've been buying crypto, but I haven't used it. I remember when CryptoKitties came out, and I had to get a MetaMask on my browser. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out the gas, and I just got frustrated. I was like, I don't even need this dumb kitty. Like, this is a waste of money. And all of a sudden, someone was like, "Oh, now it's art." I have a master's in art and design, so like art's my passion, dude. So right away, I'm like, yeah, let me start creating things. And what really got me was Alon from the LA.
Elon Gorin, yeah, that dude.
Yeah. He was talking about how his kid was like 8 years old and posting things on there and selling them and making money on Ether. And I'm like sitting there like, wait, this 8-year-old just made how much? All right, I gotta go check out this website real quick.
I thought it was cool is like the physical art, that he makes is sent to mint holder, I think number ones or something. So it's really cool to see like, it's like, I forget the name of it. It's like the plastic beads that you could like, hot air together and make like, pixel art. And then takes a picture of that pixel art that, physically spent time making, made it a digital, print, tokenized the print, and then sent the physical to like a mint number one holder. And I'm like, that's exactly what art auctions basically do. It's like, if you don't get the original, masterpiece, you just get grateful to get a print, and the legit print at that, right? You could print your own out of a printer, but there's a difference between getting like a legit signed and mint numbered print as opposed to just a screenshot print, and then, you laminate it, throw it on your wall.
Exactly.
Like these prints have numbers.
Poster is more valuable.
Right, exactly. Rather than getting it from like freaking Walmart or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the way that I was explaining it, because the first week I heard of NFTs, I wouldn't stop talking about it. I couldn't stop reading about it. I watched every video on the internet. I've seen every YouTube video there is on NFTs at this point. And it just kind of blows my mind with how little people are excited about it, really. Like, sorry, I live right next to a military base. I don't know if you can hear that loud airplane.
Kind of. It's not loud though. Very faint.
All right, cool. So basically the understanding of like you said, this has been around for a while, but people are just getting excited about it. That excitement hit me like a lightning bolt, bro. And so those gas fees and everything, it didn't matter because it was just play and experiment and just playing with it.
Call that tuition fee.
Yeah, exactly. And like all of a sudden my mind feels like it's on fire because I haven't thought like this in a while. 2020 has been a mind-numbing year. So having something to kind of get you excited again and go like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna dig my heels in and start
Well,
creating.
you know what really
And
got people excited, right? It's become the ease of use. You know how hard it was to do like an NFT and do something like CryptoKitties using smart contracts and trying to make it something where people could buy and sell and
yeah,
do things with it. And now we have those platforms that exist now. Like, you know, OpenSea has been around, but what Rarible has done to make minting and then listing and make it that full all-in-one experience has just made it so easy to use.
yeah.
It's created this new momentum of adoption where people have used to be collectors are now creators.
Yeah, the Rarible platform. I listened to the Crypto Campfire podcast where they had the main guy from Rarible on, and he said that the premise of the entire platform was ease of use. I think
That shows.
it takes about 6 button clicks to completely make an NFT, and that's including clicking on my MetaMask.
Yeah, yeah, it's not much at all. And eventually it'll probably
Mhm.
be like a fucking Amazon one-click experience, drag and drop like a Dropbox or something.
Right. And just pay the gas. That's why I thought I did it wrong at first because it was so easy that I was like, wait, I
I'm
gotta
waiting
do
for
this
them to
again.
start doing sponsored transaction fees, which may be way over the head of this conversation. But if people are watching, I want to see what you guys are thinking about this potential of using Rary as a sponsored transaction fee currency for minting. So they will charge in Rary instead of ETH for the gas. And by sponsored transaction, it basically means they'll buy the Rary from you that they will set as the gas fee, and then they'll pay in ETH that gas fee for you.
Interesting.
Curious what you guys think about like sponsored transaction fees on platforms like this that have created like tokenomics within their ecosystem, because it seems full circle, but I haven't seen it adopted yet by anybody when it comes to like Ethereum sponsored transaction fees.
Well, you seem to be plugged in a way that is way more intense and seems way more intuitive than most people understand, man. Because
I've
like,
been in this since like 2015. I was waiting for collectible NFTs before CryptoKitties even came the fuck out, bro. Like I was
nice.
seriously that dude that's like, why aren't Pokemon? If I could make Litecoin and Ethereum, and why can't I make Charizard and Pikachu? This makes no sense. And I started, you know, getting impatient, and then CryptoKitties came out, and it was like Pong. You know what I mean, bro? Like I'm
Right,
sitting here
yeah.
watching people play Pong on an Atari, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
where's this Xbox experience that I want blockchain gaming to be? And
Which you know it can
2020,
be.
you know, kind of accelerated that incubation period where we've seen a lot of innovation in a very short amount of time. Where I could say we've probably seen the past 5 years it took to get NFTs from where they started to where they're at has now had its own like 5 year leap within only a couple months. So the exponential growth of the tech and the ease of use has just accelerated, and then the adoption curve is just going to follow. It's only
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get easier, and that means only more people are going to get in.
I mean, and plus you see Bitcoin on the rise today, man. That alone just gets more people excited.
Yeah, yeah. The rising tide raises all ships isn't just a currency, quote. It's also a FOMO correlated quote where, you know,
Mhm.
Bitcoin going up creates FOMO for all things crypto related, not just price wise, but interest wise, where people want to learn more about what the hell's under the hood. Why is it this expensive? Why is the price going up? Which I think is way more important than people just wanting to throw money at it. It's people wanting to throw time and effort into it and understanding it, which is a cool price FOMO reaction. It's, you know, a lot of people are going to be buying books, and you'll see the podcast search engine optimization go through the roof right now. If you Google, you know, what's a big search on Google, it's like, what is Bitcoin? And you can see like people are interested again in learning, you know. So
Yeah.
when the price goes up like this, I get excited for that, which unfortunately people will just correlate to price, but I think it's more education.
Right. I think what's exciting too is being in it for so long and watching like all the ICOs started at the beginning, projecting all these crazy things that they were going to start to do. So many of them failed, but the ones that are lingering now are actually the ones who are accomplishing what they set out to start and said they were going to do.
Mm-hmm. Wax
And
is
now, like you
killing
said,
it.
yeah, dude, I remember watching them at the Blockchain Summit, maybe 2017 or 18, and they're talking about what they thought they could do and what they might have been. And now it's like this is what we are, you know, and it's there. I looked at it the other day, like after your suggestion, and you showed me all your amazing little Ken faces for sale. And
Yeah, that's
I was
only the
blown
first
away,
of many
dude.
to come, bro. That's my beta NFT. I actually reached out to artists from all different places, man. I have an artist that's local here in Jersey. I have an artist from India who's like 17. I have random people I reached out to make art for my NFTs. And then I took those still images and found an animator who's animating the still images. So then I could tokenize this. So I'm putting quite a bit of freaking effort in the background into like my own shit, but I haven't like launched anything special yet. But I am planning on doing like a new NFT at least once a week or something. Like I want to have a serious collection of collectibles, because I've realized when it comes to like without utility, when you're talking about just it being an art thing or it just being, you know, something that people could look at because it's scarce or whatever, you have to have a lot. You have to have like a flood of a market, of so to speak. You know, you can't just like
Sure.
Pokemon never would have succeeded if there was only 20 cards or 20 different Pokemon, right? They had to have like 150 or something out the gate, and then they came out with 200 and something more, and then 300 more, and you need to have a big collection, so you have multiple mint number ones or multiple mint number two. You have to have multiple low mint number collections to really
Interesting.
bring value to it in that aspect. But for me, the whole point of my NFT isn't that. It's not art that you should be collecting to then sell in the future to make money. Probably won't work out that way, because I personally don't plan on ever selling any of my NFTs for over $4.20 each. So I have a hard time believing somebody's going to make a profit, because I will forever sell them at $4.20 each. But the cool thing is I could add utility to these NFTs, right? So I could do things like, oh, you have a mint number 1 of the beta? Here's an airdrop of something, you know, from one of my other batches or something. So I could add utility to it, and it's more of like a GoFundMe. Somebody wants to send me like a $4.20, you know, super chat. Just go buy my NFT for $4.20. I get the super chat, you know, donation, and instead of you getting an email from PayPal, you get a really cool, you know, NFT that you could stare at, and it's just a better receipt.
Yeah, it is. And then it's a cool little thing that you can't trade your receipts generally, but in that case you can if you wanted to.
Exactly. Proof of donation, or like proof of community, something like that, right? Where people are going to be like, yeah, dude, I remember when, you know, Ken only had like 40,000 followers on Twitter, and, you know, I got his like beta mint number 1. And that might, if I keep building a following and people keep getting an interest, that could be something for somebody who supported me. They may be able to at least get their $4.20 back if they needed to get their money to get some like weed or something.
Right? Yeah. I got an artist for you on the East Coast, man. I'll try to connect you with at some point, that I met in Italy when I was going to design school, and she lives in Philly. I think that would be a good connection, dude.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I like having different artists, different artwork, and it's basically just like emojis made of my face or something, right? But like the different styles and stuff make it really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, like, you know, I have like anime versions coming, and like
that's fucking rad.
Like chibi art style versions kind of coming out, and yeah, I'm
Nice.
going for like all the different arts. Eventually, I'm going to see, and I don't know like the legality. This is what sucks, right? Like, how legal would it be to reach out to an artist and be like, hey, can you draw me in like a Simpsons style likeness, and then me tokenize that and sell it? And even if I got the license from the artist to do that, do I have like the Simpsons permission to use like their style of art to then
But like
create
that becomes a confusing question, is like, can you copyright a style of art?
Yeah, you can. There's copyrights on fonts, bro. you have
Yeah,
to buy
but, like,
license just to use a specific font on a t-shirt that you create.
See, and this is what baffles me, man.
That's
I've
why I
gone
use
to
Teespring,
art-
because I found out that the fonts that they let you use are already in that license agreement. You go and create a t-shirt design on your own and then upload that design to Teespring. That font may not have been covered, and you may be in trouble eventually. I don't know all of it, but I have been looking into like these weird problems with like legacy art and like copyright and trademark shit to then apply to like, well, what will be eventually a problem here in the tokenized environment.
So that's what I had been wondering this whole time too. I'm like, how come no one's actually going out and creating like NFTs of basketball cards or all this, right? Because like, I honestly, I was taking a Giannis
Well, I have
rookie
NFTs
card.
of basketball cards. Tops
Right,
is on
but-
wax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But,
Tops,
okay,
like legit Tops cards, like from the company Tops. Legit
All right.
playing cards.
I'll jump on wax
I
later.
bought
I've
packs.
only played with.
So they have packs of cards, and you can go and take your one NFT, which is a
Uh-huh.
pack, and it's nested in other NFTs. So when I open the
Nice.
pack, I get I get different cards out of it. Like, you know, you could do that with swag too. You could have like a loot crate, right? And this is sort of what the Bad Crypto podcast with Joel and Travis has done with the Nifty box. It's one
Okay.
NFT. You hold this NFT and you get airdrops of other NFTs.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could have a Hustle House membership, and maybe it's like $1,000 for the membership, but once a month, one of the members gets a pair of shoes like randomly sent to their fucking, you know, shipping address for holding the
Oh,
NFT. So it's sort of
that's
like
pretty
a
rad.
lottery or a loot crate, something like that. Or you could have packs of Hustle House NFTs where I could buy one pack and maybe inside of it is like socks, a hat, shoes, and a t-shirt kind of a deal.
Interesting, man. I mean, the possibilities that you're laying out sound perfect because without that utility, like the art part, I just didn't get it. I'm
Me
like, wait,
too.
what?
I'm with you, man.
People are just buying, just like you're just buying code. That's technically all you're buying, and then what? It just sits there.
Yeah, I'm not the person
So
that would go to an art gallery and buy like a real Banksy. I'm just gonna go to like Google Banksy, print, and hang it up. You know what I
right,
mean?
and I think he would appreciate that more, anyways.
Yeah, no, he probably would, honestly. Or they probably would, honestly. I'm pretty sure we don't know if it's a guy or a girl, right? I'm pretty sure
Oh
Banksy
yeah,
is that anonymous. I'm pretty
I'm pretty
sure.
sure it's a dude.
I think that, yeah, that could be true, but I don't know if it's a fact. Is it a fact?
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I don't know
know.
either.
I watch too many conspiracy videos, and
Sam, like
you
Banksy's
know,
like Satoshi of the art world, bro. Like I love that their hustle.
yeah. Man, this has been exciting, Ken. Honestly, it's been a minute. I was thinking the last time I saw you was in 2018, and
At the LA Summit, right?
yeah, at the summit, bro. And it's fascinating to me because I've watched you grow over the last few years in a way that has been very exciting. I remember trying to introduce you to this like VC person, and they were like, "No, I don't want to talk to that kind of person. I want to talk to you." And I thought, "What the fuck do they mean that kind of person?" And you were wearing like pajamas, and you were like, you know, your normal bright, colorful self. And I'm like, this is the kind of dude I want to talk to because every event I've been to in San Francisco, in LA, and wherever, he's been on stage talking. And at one point, you were wearing a Litecoin suit dancing around, and you popped it off, and it just happened to be you under there. And then you took the stage and just lit up the room. And I'm like, all right, this dude is not only filled with knowledge, but like excitement and passion. And that's what people need to relate to. So I appreciate you, bro. And I just got to
Thanks,
let you
man.
know that real quick.
It feels good to be appreciated. I don't toot my own horn, so like I don't even know if people even know I fucks with stages like that, cause like I don't really, you know what I mean? Cause I don't want to. I don't like that whole like responsibility factor. You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of people get like, you know, this level of like credibility or legacy in this space and they toot their own damn horn and people
Mhm.
hold them to such a high expectation when they say something wrong or they're incorrect. It's like shit, dude, they're crucified for it.
They're
So
human. Yeah,
yeah,
let us
I
speak.
want to be the blip that can still get on stages at conferences, but still have low expectations when people run into me. And the fact that that VC didn't want to talk to me is exactly why I was wearing my camouflage. Like, I don't want them to talk to me because I don't really want to talk to them. The people that
Yeah,
are constantly like, why is Bitcoin for me? Or why Bitcoin for me? Or how do I don't want to talk to them. You know what I mean? It's like if you can't see a
right.
benefit in helping the world and then a potential profit in helping the world, then fuck off, dude. Like, I guess like
Well,
my
and that's
analogy
simple
is
thing too.
like
You shouldn't have to explain it to someone. If you have to explain it to someone, you're wasting your time because there's 10 other people
that's
who
why I love
want to learn
Satoshi's
that.
whole fucking quote. Like, bro, I do not have the time. Like, if you don't get it,
Mm-mm.
I don't have the time to explain it to you. Like, you're on your own, bro. DYOR.
I've tried to make that my life motto as I've heard it, and as I've gotten older in my 30s, I'm like, dude, I spent so much time getting frustrated in my early 20s trying to explain things to my colleagues and my friends, and them just looking at me like they didn't understand me. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I just get
Well, how many
mad.
of your friends have watched you do your grind, right? And hustle your way into entrepreneurship and being an independent employee of yourself, right? And then years later ask you, how did you do it? I'm like, haven't you been watching? You know what I
It's
mean?
the
Like, you've
funny,
been here the whole
and
time.
it's the absolute truth. I've had so many homies hit me up this year asking me like, "Hey, can you teach me how to do this reselling thing I've been watching you do?" Or like, "Hey, how did you make your YouTube channel?" Or like, "Hey, what's up with this Bitcoin thing?" And it's like, "Hey, I literally have been sending them links. Like in 2017, I made this video. Here you go. Check that out. It still hasn't changed in terms of like what I'm talking about."
Right, right. Yeah, same.
It's
People are constantly, reaching out to me now that the price has been going up for like, again, and it's not so much price related, it's all information stuff, but it's like, why are people DMing me when they could just Google what is Bitcoin? You know what I mean? I've been doing this publicly. It's not like, I haven't told anybody for the past 5 years that I'm in Bitcoin. I literally wear it on my flesh. So it's
right.
like,
Yeah.
my family has been able to watch, but it's like they just still don't get it. But it is interesting to see the excitement coming in, the FOMO coming in, the interest coming in, but they don't know where to get it other than from, us. But it's not so much, the information. They want us to hold their hands. People want people to do things for them that have
Oh
already
yeah.
done things themselves. Like that, when
Especially
they ask
when
you,
it
how
comes
do
to the
I do this?
possibility
It's
of
like,
losing
hey, can
money.
you just set this up for me? Or can I just
Yeah.
give you
Yeah.
money and you could do the whole Bitcoin thing for me?
Oh, look, I see that you don't have to go push a 9 to 5 every day. I also would like to do that.
Right. It's like, it's out there. Anybody could do what I do or what you do. It's just, not everybody feels the motivation enough to attempt it, or has the courage, I guess, enough to attempt it, because you have to fail at first. Like, how many people
That's
talk to
the
me about like starting a podcast and they're like, they want to invest like 2 grand into it with like intros and trailers and overlay. I'm like, just fucking start it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to
yeah.
suck regardless for a little while. No matter what you do, it's going to be dog shit for a little bit. But if you
Yeah.
keep at it, you can polish a turd.
Yeah. Dude, I just rewatched some of my first videos from 2017, and not only that, the cameras have gotten better. Like the technology is crazy. It's amazing. I
I
actually
still
have
use, if I can get this to come up, a Radio Shack microphone, bro.
sick. I
So
mean,
like,
if it
you know how many
works, it
people buy
works.
$150 snowball or something, like, I'm just like, dude, you don't have to go so hard at it. You could start reselling today with whatever. I don't even know,
Yeah.
like, you could just, start getting, I mean, the whole sneaker game is definitely tough. I wouldn't say start there, but like,
No,
I've
no,
seen
no.
people
Start
kind
with
of
coffee cups.
see, I've seen people get involved with hats recently. Like, there's like a
Yeah.
big trade with hats and shit coming back, and like custom hats that are coming out of like these I guess embroidery stores or whatever. So like, people are starting to, like, instead of like Teespring design t-shirts, I've seen a lot of customized hats. Like, I mean,
That's
Philly,
crazy.
like, I was walking down South Street and I just saw, like, it's sort of like lids, but it's not lids, and it was
Okay.
something else, and they're just like packed with people just with their own designs, wanting to get their own hats made. And like, some people were getting a couple made to, like, sell, I guess, on like Facebook Marketplace. But like, that's
Yeah.
a good way to start. Just start a Teespring store if you want to get into like reselling or something.
Yeah, dude.
Start
I
with the
set up an
basics.
automated. I literally went on Shopify, hooked up a printable, automated print on demand store, and I sold like a few shirts to some dude in Amsterdam, some other like people all over the world, just by posting it on Twitter. Like, hey guys, I made a T-shirt. Why don't you check it out?
Same, dude.
That
I've
took
used
it took
Teespring,
no
but
effort.
I heard Shopify accepts Bitcoin or something, so I might have to look into that.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but that's one of the next things. Just getting the store. I wanted to make sure my website was really good. And so that's why I was excited to talk to you about the NFTs, was because I actually wanted to put like NFTs on my website to purchase, but I couldn't figure out how to do that part. And I was like, I don't know if that's something that I can actually do
You should be able to host it
myself.
through like an API of some sort. It may be quite a bit of work, but it would look very similar to like a purchase page on Rarible, where if I go to your website, I'd probably have to log in with MetaMask. Same thing I would with
Oh,
Rarible.
yeah.
So what I would recommend maybe for your website is just have an image to the NFT and a link to purchase it that will then redirect them to Rarible's or OpenSea purchase page. That
That
way you don't
sounds
have to
easier.
deal with all of that. And then again, with like the nesting of data, I wouldn't put like a redeem link in there. I would just put a link to the item itself, and then have that item linked to the NFT. And then when somebody purchases it, they can burn it. And with proof of burn, you can send, notes through your public addresses. So they could send a memo in that transaction and say, this is my shipping address. I burned this NFT. So in that burn, there could be my shipping address, right? So you could go right to the blockchain and see, oh, mint number 1 Jordan was burned, and the metadata says this is the memo. So here's the information I should ship it to, which I think is
Nice.
going to set it and make it kind of like a lot more easier. The only problem is like people that don't remember to put like their shipping info in like the burn memo, or put like
Right.
a typo of their shipping address or something in there, and it goes to like their neighbor, stuff like
See,
that.
and that's the one thing I was thinking about too, is like there's nothing to verify that transaction occurred past the burn, right? So like person could burn it, and then let's say I'm just a shady person and I don't fulfill that order. What's this what
Same
where you know what I
same
mean?
thing with like early eBay days, right? It was on you, right? It was a trust fall, and that's basically what we're gonna have to establish right now is a trust fall where
Until there's
it's
like
your
a
street
rating
cred,
review system.
right? It's gonna be your street cred, right? If you don't send me those shoes, I'm gonna go to Twitter, right? I mean that's what anybody does with any customer support issue. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter if
yeah.
we're American Airlines or fucking Wendy's. If I don't get what I ordered,
I mean,
I'm
our
gonna tweet
social
about
what
it.
is it called? Social credibility scores now is
Yeah,
like
your
the
cloud
future, bro.
scores, exactly. Fuck FICO. I don't need a FICO score to get a loan. I need street cred so I could reach out to my bro, the hustle, and just be like, yo, I
Yeah,
need $1,000. I'll give you 1,100 in 2 months. You
right.
think you can do it? And like, yeah, 10%, 2 months. Here you go, bro.
It's been insane the last year how much I've spent money and sent money between random people on Twitter and Instagram. I have more trust with my followers and people I engage with than I do Nike.com for some reason, or even Amazon.com to an extent. Like the fact that I can connect with a stranger and go, oh, based on their profile, they look super trustworthy. Let me send them $700. They'll send me this pair of Cactus Jack sneakers or
So you know
whatever.
where this carries over into the monetization aspect, right? Where your
Hmm.
followers know that your credibility is worth investing in. So I could buy this NFT mint number one Jordans, but I don't want to redeem it. I want to hold on to it and I'm going to sell it for double the price I bought it for. And then people will know that with your credibility that NFT is still backed by those shoes or that item that it is backed by. So they could buy it from me if they decide that it's worth more than what I originally paid for it due to the scarce ability. So I may actually be able to buy a pair of Yeezys without ever having to have them shipped to me and still utilize it as an investment vehicle to say, well, now it's more scarce. The supply has gone down and the demand has gone up. The Hustle House still has my Yeezys. I still have my NFT. Let me go ahead and sell that NFT to somebody else, and maybe they'll pay more than I paid for it, and they'll redeem it, or they'll keep that going. Where you may actually have to keep those shoes in a physical safe, for forever because somebody did buy them. They just have never
Right.
redeemed them.
That was the one thing I was thinking of too. It's like I think I would just have a storage locker that would be just filled with whatever the NFT item would be fulfilled with sneakers essentially. I mean, I have a giant locker right now just filled with hundreds of sneakers. So it wouldn't be any different. I'd just
Because
probably
I
buy
mean,
the
what you're
box next
thinking of
door.
building is a tokenized fulfillment center.
Yeah, essentially that was the idea is like, and I created a eBay page called NFS Mart. So it ends up being NF Smart on Instagram. But the idea was to use that page as there's no post there yet, but the idea was to use that page as the review center for me to kind of facilitate the transaction and show it visually. That way people can see, like to the point of street cred, like I can tell you I'm doing it, but if I could show you I'm doing it, that'll make you feel more confident.
Right. Yeah, I dig that. I don't know where issues may lie with the publicness of like shipping information and stuff like that, right?
I see. Yeah.
So that's another
There,
concern I
there's
was going to
there's
bring
some
up. Is like, yeah, if I have
there's
to put it in the memo, this is my shipping address. It's basically me saying, hey, a pair of Yeezys are getting mailed here. If you want, just wait outside my house until I go to work, and you could just pick up the box when the
You know
mailman
what?
shows
That's
up.
interesting. I could always just start like have like a pickup date that I like have where I'll be someplace on such and such a day in such a city.
I mean,
That
there's
might
all
be a little
kinds of
too
mechanics that can
complicated.
go into it, but like, you
But
have to
see, but
prepare for
that's the
game
point is
theory.
the wheels, man.
Somebody's gonna try to fuck with this. So that's all I'm trying to say is like, there's gonna be because it's so nuanced. Everything's going to have like a good solution, but it's also going to create a problem that needs another good solution, and it's going to keep going and going until I don't think it'll ever end. Obviously, things will have to keep progressing, but where we're at right now, it's just so early that
Yeah, I feel it,
the
dude.
the advantages to take advantage are too high. So again, like if you're doing something like this, it's going to be hard to figure out what does and doesn't work until you do it, and then realize, oh, this isn't working, or okay, this is working. and how
Right.
to switch it up or keep, following that path, especially with like, getting the addresses and shipping info from things that are tokenized. I think there's always going to be issues, but we'll figure it out
That
as we
makes
go.
sense, man. Yeah, I mean that's all we can do is like I like I said earlier in the pre-chat, I put together an NFT that was attached to a pair of Jordans as an experiment, but then I realized all I did was post a redemption code for 100% free pair of shoes to someone if they just looked at it the right way. So I
Yeah,
had to burn that because I was like, oh, I just posted on the internet
a
a
link.
redemption
Yeah, anybody
code
could
with
see it.
yeah, and I was like, oh shit, that's to the first come first serve type of situation. That wasn't right. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of like trial and error over and over. I see that happening, man. So gas, I'll just have to start stacking up some money, put it to the side, and
Use Wax. Rare. I don't
wax
think.
is where it's
I'll
at.
be honest with what you're trying to do. I don't think Ethereum, at least right now with ETH 2.0, who knows? But right now, I don't think that it would be a profitable opportunity or something. Like you have to think of the customer, right? If I'm going to buy
Sure.
this NFT, which is a pair of shoes or whatever, right? If I have to spend $10 in gas one day, it's probably going to hurt your sales, and maybe gas goes
That's
down,
interesting.
and you'll have a good, a Black Friday type of an event, right? Where gas is so cheap, people want to spend money, but other days they may have to worry about the volatility of just buying and transferring and burning and moving this asset. With
Didn't even
Wax,
think about
it's
that.
it's zero. So you could mint
Okay.
the NFT, I could transfer it a million times and don't have to worry about like any kind of fees or anything like that.
Brilliant, man. I've been sorry to keep looking off the screen. I transferred some Bitcoin like an hour ago to this poker website because I'm trying to play in a tournament. And it's been over an hour. I'm like, come on, where's my coins?
That's why you got to use Bitcoin Cash.
Is that well? That's not an option on this site.
Oh damn! Usually anywhere BTC's accepted, BCH's too, and whenever it is, I kind of opt for the BCH because of the transaction times.
I honestly, and that's one of those things is like there's so many people that have been in this for the money aspect. I've been in a collecting aspect. I rarely use my coins. I just acquire and acquire. So I think now that I'm at a point where I'm like finding utility for some coins and like purpose for some of them, and I want to use them to kind of help facilitate the growth of the economy of the coin, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, how the fuck do you use these things? They're so complicated.
That's all I've been
And
doing for years is using them because I only fuck with things that have utility. Even back in 2015, I found Waves, the Waves network, and I was like,
mhm,
wait, I can make my own shitcoin, and I used one Waves to make KenCoin on the Waves network, and I was like, well, this is genius, and that was like my first experience with like a utility coin, and then that's why things like Binance, when they did their ICO, really appealed to me because I read the paper and I was like, well, this is a utility coin. They just don't call it that because nobody really knows the difference between a non-utility token and a utility token, really, because there hasn't really been much of them. So
right.
I was really big on things like BNB, and that's why I think there's an opportunity for Uni and Rary and all these different utility coins that are popping up. And then watching what Wax has done recently with their DeFi platform, they're giving more
Yeah.
utility to the Wax token by doing this. So just
I'm
keeping
gonna
my
that's
eye on
gonna
use
be my
case.
next rabbit hole.
Yeah, well, that's one I would 100% recommend is going down the Wax rabbit hole right now and watching what they're doing with DeFi, NFTs, and their distribution pools because you're
Okay.
able to basically, make or earn Wax by shopping around, similar to like what happens with Rare.
Gotcha. You guys, dude. Anyone who's watching this right now and interested in NFTs, Ken suggested this in his video with BitBoy to watch the Beanie Baby controversy on YouTube. That legitimately gave me an entirely new perspective on collectibles. In that most collectibles through our entire history have never had intrinsic value.
Thank
Like
you.
a physical basketball card is just a piece of paper with a picture of a person on it. That's all that it is. But these NFTs that I see people creating, until it has utility, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah,
So
pet
like
rocks
yeah,
on the blockchain, bro.
yeah, that's all that it is. And it's a cool concept and it's great that somebody wants to spend money on it, but it's pointless until there's a purpose
Yep.
for it.
It's like using the printing press to just, fuck you. And that's all people write with the printing press. It's like, this is such amazing technology. And they're just like printing press dick pics. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's a cool concept, I guess. But you see the real utility of this technology, right? Like, you're
Right.
really underutilizing the printing press by just using dick pics all the time with it.
That's why I see this being the next major leaping point for like the next group of people, because even my mom understands NFTs and was excited about it the other day. And my mom's almost 70 years old. She didn't understand Bitcoin, but this is something that she was like, collectible art that I own, like, and understanding that, like, I was just explaining how certain games you'll be able to take something from a game, bring it to another game, sell it, this kind of thing, back and forth. That was such an easy concept to grasp, where I was like, this is going to be the thing that makes crypto go to another level.
Yep, yeah, bringing the utility to the art, man. Because like even things that are just supposed to be art, like a background image or, whatever it is, just something that's like a generic image, right? That art could be used in a video game as a background, or it could become a car, it could become a sword.
Well,
Like
I just built a court on NBA 2K, and I thought to myself, someday I'll be able to own this court.
Yep.
I'll have bought every aspect of this court, and then I can resell this court if I choose to. Like, I was playing Decentraland the other day, and that is
I love how you said playing Decentraland. Fucking great, dude. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that like that.
It was I couldn't stop. I was locked in my
Decentraland.
I was almost there for 24 hours straight, bro.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I mean, all right, so people had that feeling when like they found TikTok, right? Like I remember the whole internet going like, "Oh my god, I just watched TikTok for 8 hours and forgot to eat" type shit. Wait until they find Decentraland, bro. Like that's going to blow them away.
Yeah, when I was like, it's like Sims except you can make money. People were like,
that's a great explanation.
Yeah, that's exactly like to someone who doesn't. I look at crypto, everything from the outside. Like, I'm not a tech person in that sense, like the way I perceive you as. I just like this because it's interesting, and I see there's possibilities of like financial distribution. I could try to not be poor with this. Great. But also, man, this is the shit I've been waiting for my whole life. Like, video games I can make money playing, yeah, sign me up. Let's do it.
Imagine, the parents that are learning about this, that are watching their kids play Fortnite for 5 years and get nothing out of it, and little Timmy next door is playing fucking CryptoKitties and ends up with a college fund because of it.
Yeah, dude, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
It's a new world, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, parents found out relatively quickly with Fortnite, with the skins and kids selling their accounts, stealing their parents' credit cards to buy like the John Wick skin, and then they take their email and password and go to eBay or whatever, and they sell their Fortnite account that they used to steal their parents' credit card to buy the skin to make money. Like, kids are already doing some hustly type shit right now with centralized gaming. This is inherent. This is nature to the youth right now, where they want in-game asset ownership because they're aware of the transfer values and things like that. Even at a very young age, it's kind of common knowledge now that if you can't transfer the item, it's not really as valuable as one that you can transfer to a friend, regardless of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I went through that experience, and I feel foolish for saying this out loud, but like, I've been in crypto for a very long time, and I've always known that that old saying is, if you don't hold your keys, you don't hold your coins, kind of thing. And I left some coins up on KuCoin, and I wasn't really paying attention. And then all of a sudden I look, and they're like, KuCoin got hacked for, this giant amount of money. And it was like a day before I was like, I should take this off and put it on my ledger. Oh, no big deal. And then sure enough, and you're like, all right, everything goes on the hardware wallet. Yep. Everything is there, and it just needs to be, because that's the only way that it's yours.
Wait for a server or something like Steam, the game, not the blockchain Steam, but the game company Steam. Wait for their servers to get hacked and everybody's careers get erased on every game on Steam network. And people will realize that, the real true utility of a decentralized blockchain timestamp server, being for something as simple as your in-game progress. Like, people didn't wake up to an Equifax hack, but I think they will wake up to a Steam hack.
Yeah, when they're like, hey, where's my career?
Yeah, I just spent 40 years playing this game, bro, and like, where's my, level 40 dragon? It's gone, bro. You know why? Centralized servers.
Well, same thing. I built my Instagram page for my online store. Overnight, it was just gone.
Yeah.
Ask Instagram, hey, what's up? No response. They don't give a shit. They're too big and I'm too little. You know, that's it at the end of the day. But
Yeah,
because I
well,
never
not you know that
owned
not your
that.
keys, not your not your keys, not your coins or whatever is going to eventually become like not your blockchain, not your keys, and it's going to segue into not your platform. You know what I mean? Not your account.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think what we're going to see is a world of interoperability where platforms will be able to communicate with each other because we'll all have our own. We will be our own Facebook. We will be our own Twitter. You know, I'll be my own YouTube, but we'll have this oracle in the middle that communicates with interoperability between what is our own and what is the communities, and there'll be multiple community, oracles to choose from to kind of go into the community, but it won't be Facebook, it won't be Twitter. We will be our own platforms, and then we'll have these decentralized mitigators that bring in all that information and make it look like we are on one platform.
I just totally pictured this fiction book in my head that you should write about the story of the future, how children will be put on the blockchain.
Yeah, I do have a
Like,
campaign to incriminate all children with crypto.
no, but it's a thing, man. You think about it now, like when I was a kid, my mom took snap photos, some were good, some were blurry. They've all disappeared since then, whatever, right? Now kids are on Facebook since the moment they're born. You're going to watch their entire life. There's going to be a point where that actually really is a situation where every single action you have will be like written down. And I don't see why that wouldn't be. I don't know, man. I watch too many conspiracy theory videos.
I
I'm
want to
like,
go into like the positive light of Black Mirror though, and think of like all the cool shit that could be done. Like imagine if like fucking Justin Bieber would this technology was around and Justin Bieber decided at his first YouTube video to tokenize that video, because what we're seeing now are people tokenize music videos. We're seeing people tokenize audio and video files. So these NFTs aren't just still images anymore. It is very elaborate information that you can tokenize. So imagine being able to have just see some random kid today on tokenizing something like Elon Gordon's child and say, hey, you know what? I'll grab one of these, and next thing you know, they become a fucking, world famous influencer or content creator or X, Y, and Z. And you have a Justin Bieber, first edition fucking music video NFT. You've invested, you like, you're not just a fan now, you're a shareholder in the success of somebody, which I think is
that's a
going to be
fascinating
really
way to
fucking
say it.
interesting. Like, imagine seeing a college kid playing basketball and you go, you know what, this dude's gonna fucking make it. This is the next Jordan. I wonder if he tokenized any of his stats from college last year. And now you could buy, early edition, collectibles from independent people. So the next Michael Jordan won't have a Topps card. Like I said, we will be our own Facebook. They'll be their own Topps. The next Michael Jordan will have their own collectible store. They won't need to be a part of a corporate collectible distribution network like Topps playing cards. What
Right.
blockchain is doing is making everybody be able to opt out of monopolies and opt into entrepreneurship.
What do you think of? Do you know about Spencer Dinwiddie?
No.
Okay, Spencer Dinwiddie is a basketball player on the New Jersey Nets who is trying to tokenize his
Oh,
basketball
yes. I
contract.
do remember. And the guy Russ from the NFL, he tried to do that as well, or did it achieve it?
The Osawagla or whatever. Yeah.
I do remember
And so
those names.
it just blows my mind because I see that happening where like that's to your point is like this dude literally is like, hey, listen, I'm gonna put my contract in the hands of these people and you guys can all benefit with my growth. And like that's to exactly your point is he's
And
his
then this
own.
motherfucker breaks his leg or tears his ACL, and there goes our fucking investment.
Yeah, but I mean that's to your point is it could go either way, and it's like, dang man, this is gonna be the next amount of exponential growth with this little avenue is gonna be phenomenal.
It's all
Because
up
if
to
it's
us.
right,
It's up to you and me, bro. Because you know what? Shopify
I'm on
can't
it.
do this. Shopify
I
can't
gotta-
do it. You know what I'm saying? Amazon can't do what you're trying to do with tokenized fulfillment center shit. Like nobody's doing it. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
we're talking about something nuanced that's disruptive. That if this works, it's going to take money out of somebody's pocket. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like this is what happens with evolution. It begets the past. It perceives it. It kills. To evolve, you must destroy, right? Like the phoenix.
No, yeah.
So the things that you're talking about doing, it's going to be interesting to see the proofs of concept pop up and how people try to execute the concepts and what
Right.
does and doesn't work. But I'm happy to see that you're experimenting with it and setting kind of like a trailblaze path for that direction because, like I said, Shopify cannot even attempt to do what you have the ability to do. So that, like, I'm not trying to overhype shit. I'm just saying, like, in general, the paradigm shift potential is really here. Like, people
No, I
like
feel
you
it.
have the potential to be the next Jeff fucking Bezos. It just depends. Do you want to spend the amount of time Jeff Bezos spent trying to build Amazon to build the you know the hustle that you're doing, or not? Like, we have that right now because Amazon cannot do what we can, and we have that opportunity to switch the paradigms completely. So disruption, it starts with us, you know, and I'll be there to support your shit, bro. Because I mean,
I
in
appreciate
general,
that, man. You always have.
I want to support people that are doing things that I think are unique, and
Well,
I want that to inspire more people to do shit. Like, I want to see you in competition with so many people doing what you're doing because you started doing what you're doing.
right, yeah. No, I heard this quote the other day, and it says, "Is the squeeze worth the juice?" And it just makes me think about, like, to your point, is like, do you want to spend all that time that Bezos did, or is the life you're living okay with you? You know, and I'm somewhere in between. You know, I don't know, but we'll see where this hustle goes, and the wheels are definitely turning, man, to connect these NFTs to actual physical tangible things and get this NFS smart going.
Yeah, let people know again, I guess, to wrap things up where they can go and check out everything you're doing, bro.
Yeah, dude. Go to Twitter, the Hustle House. That's my main page. I'm on there all the time. I'm actually doing an NFT giveaway. I'm giving away 2 NFTs that I created on
Oh,
October
cool.
31st.
Oh, Halloween,
So
nice.
Halloween treats. I'm gonna give away 2 treats on Halloween. So all the people are doing is just retweeting me and following me. Simple, simple, simple.
All right, don't forget to
Also,
do that, guys. I mean,
yeah.
it's in the title, so you can follow him from the title.
Also, I just want to say, everyone appreciate Ken because he does a lot of shit for the community that I don't think enough people say thank you to you, bro. So thank you for your time and your dedication.
No, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. And everybody watching, don't forget to hit the retweet, drop a comment for a chance to win some Bitcoin. Every day somebody wins. Could be you. It's as easy as a retweet and a comment. And then head on over to The Hustle House. It's right there in the title. THEE, the Hustle House.
The
I like the. I ain't gonna lie. I like the. It's bougie. It's
It is,
bougie in
man.
a
It's
good way.
the only one.
Right. The
I've had
Hustle
something that you
House.
spelled the wrong. I said, no, I didn't. Shut up.
Yeah, grammars. All right,
Yeah.
guys, we're out, man. Enjoy the day, and as always, or well, wait, I usually say enjoy the night, but yeah, whatever. Have a day.
Later, bro.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenience store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, Hodlit is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. Hodlit is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the Hodlit app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let Hodlit do the rest. It's easy and fast. Hodlit provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option, and boost your roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. Hodlit holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. Hodlit makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options.